Today, I'm joined by a good friend of mine, a mentor of mine, who probably has known me the longest out of any of the podcast guests that I have had on.
Yes, indeed.
Ashton, welcome to the podcast, dude.
Hey, man, Squires, I am so happy to be here, bro. I'm so happy to be here with you, man.
I'm glad that it happened the way it did. You know, I went down to the Boys and Girls Club today a little late because of my previous podcast guest.
We're not counting time.
Yeah.
We love that you were there, though.
But we got to the Boys and Girls Club today and, you know, talk about things that we can do in the future.
Yes.
And then as we were leaving, I was like, you know what? What are you doing today? Let's do a podcast.
Yes. And I was like, yo, I couldn't wait to do this with my boy. I'm excited, man.
So, Ashton, how would you describe yourself to someone who's never heard of you before?
Inspiring, uplifting. I remind others to stay grounded and stay within the moment. Meeting me, you're going to feel my energy and hear me. I make sure that I'm in the room, in the presence.
Yeah, and early on in my career when I was shooting music videos, you were one of the music videos I shot.
Yes.
We've done a song together way back in the day.
Many.
Yeah, this is like, I have to like go to the back parts of my brain to like think of it. But
this is earlier stage of music.
Yeah, that was 2014 on Devin Miller's album. Shout out my homie Devin Miller.
My guy, yo. Yo, you got to play that song too, Devin. So when you get this, I hope
Devin sees it. I haven't seen Devin in a very long time.
I seen him last summer. Like I told you before, I seen him last summer. So I'm like, super excited to like see like how the rest of the guys are doing in their lives and their careers. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm proud of you guys.
Well, tell me what you've been working on now. What's like a big part of your life? Tell me what's going on.
Right now, the biggest part of my life right now, I just finished having a mentee that I wanted to introduce you to, whose name is Ethan Katz is his last name. He's one of my kids that had taken a liking into wanting to grow and learn how to be a better player, but also a better person. And he got a chance to shadow me at the Boys and Girls Club this whole entire summer month that we had at the club was just 6 weeks. And it was fun seeing that he could hang and handle the room so well. I was gone for 3 days. I went to a wedding and it was like I was still there. He handled it like super professionally. We also had volunteers and he handled the room. It was jaw-dropping to hear adults when I came back that following Monday say, hey, yo, your boy, it was like you were here, but we knew you weren't here, but we didn't worry because he handled the room so well. So it felt really good to see my effect and consistency work on someone else. So that's been my project, learning how to help others be better men in situations that you wouldn't expect them to flourish, and then they shine in a place where you're like, yes.
It's kind of funny to me because like this is full circle in the sense where it's like, you know, early on when I was in high school, you were one of my mentors for my music.
Yes.
And now as I'm kind of turning a corner in my life again and I want to give back to the community, you know, you're turning into a mentor of me giving back in the community.
Yes.
So it's like, you know, it's just funny how life works is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, definitely. I mean, for you, you've always had this spark. I've always loved how you were so ambitious for everyone else, but you always forgot about yourself. And today, just to see you walk into the Boys and Girls Club and see how many people react and not even know that we even knew each other and be like, wait a minute. Oh, shoot, you know him? That's the guy that cleaned Mason. Oh, yo, that's Mike Squires. Oh, shoot, can I get a picture? And just to see everyone's reaction to you and knowing, like, I've seen you grow and mature and seeing who you are now, and you're like, I want to add to what you're doing and how you do things. And I'm looking at you like, bro, you already have it, but you now want to master it. And I love that because there's not a lot of men that walk into rooms wanting to be a part of something that they've seen others flourish in. So to see you say, I want to challenge myself and do something different, it excites my soul because we need more men. It's not enough of us.
Thank you for tuning in to the Mike Squires and Friends podcast. You can support by subscribing on YouTube or downloading on your preferred podcast platform. And definitely go do that because it helps us grow and I can have more incredible guests on the podcast. The Mike Squires and Friends podcast is proudly sponsored by DistroKid. Looking to broaden your musical horizons as an artist? Discover DistroKid. With its smooth and rewarding music distribution platform, DistroKid offers unlimited uploads while ensuring artists retain 100% of their royalties and earnings. Join the community of over 1 million artists who trust DistroKid to distribute their music across across major platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, TikTok, Tidal, and so many others. Having personally used DistroKid since 2018, I can attest to their superiority amongst distribution services. Collaborating with fellow artists has become effortless, especially with the ability to easily send splits of songs, streamlining the creative process. With the DistroKid app, accessing these benefits is now more convenient than ever. Safely sign up or log in with two-factor authentication, upload releases on the fly, monitor earnings, and withdraw funds from your DistroKid bank. Stay updated on royalties through push notifications, effortlessly share hyperfollow links, manage account details seamlessly, and track streaming stats from Spotify and Apple. Additionally, explore Mixia for professional-grade mastering, DistroVid for music video distribution, and Instant Share for secure file sharing with collaborators, producers, and more. The DistroKid app is available on both iOS and Android. Download it today from the App Store or Google Play Store to revolutionize your music career. Visit distrokid.com/VIP/Mike Squires to get 30% off your first year membership. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Mike Squires and Friends. Man, thank you for the kind words. And I'm really excited for this chapter of my life because even after the Macy's thing, I saw what a positive impact that made. Got to be careful with taking this cute little middle school kid came and took a photo with me today.
How fast?
So fast. But that's not the dangerous part. I get back in the car and my girl looks at me and she's like, so when are we having one? I was like, whoa.
See, you see how quick that happens? Walk into the club and they get baby fever. It happens. It happens. It's a loving thing.
Yeah, no, but it's really great. And it just gets me excited because I really think what you guys have going on at the Boys and Girls Club, people might not know that there's a studio there, music. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on at the Boys and Girls Club?
We have so many things going on, but we've been trying to keep an engineer. We've had one in the past, but that schedule and they get a big contract and we can't compete with that. So we've had, right now it's been currently vacant, but I ran into somebody that I know can handle this position and do it at a high level. So right now we have a room full of electronics and it hasn't been used in a while. And we haven't made songs. And we used to have albums. The club used to, believe it or not, the Boys and Girls Club used to have kids' albums. And there's so many kids that probably still have their albums to this day or still can look it up or still have it or whatever. But, I still want to keep that timeline of kids and their stories and their feelings and their beats that they make and their feelings, their poetry and stuff that, just their expression, just to see that, and knowing that you're good at that and you went through the ups and downs, I'm like, oh, it's perfect.
I'm really excited to be a part of the Boys and Girls Club. And I think for people listening who might be unfamiliar with the Boys and Girls Club, can you give them a little breakdown of what you guys do there?
So the Boys and Girls Club, during the school year, we run from the school hours or after school hours from 3 to 6. And from 3 to 6, we give kids so many options and different ways and avenues and places to go. We have arts and crafts, we have STEM, we have robotics, we have chess, we have the homework club. We have kids helping kids. Oh man, that's another amazing organization, a part of the club. We have a dance group. It was run by a phenomenal girl who is a part of the club, Dasha. I love you, proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. And what else do we have? We have Freddie who does podcasting, and he's been doing that with the teens, and it's been phenomenal. And we just have so many things, options. And we also have, we have Rec. We have Rec League, open gym for kids who pay and they make their own teams and they ball out. If they don't make the basketball team, they got Rec League during the time. So we have a lot of things open for the kids during the school year. And during the summer, we just have our normal camp. I want to say, summer camp, and we have our fluctuating programs there too, but
yeah. So how did you originally connect with the Boys and Girls Club?
Man, I've been going to the Boys and Girls Club since I was 15 years old and never walked out. Wild. I gotten into the club by one of my cousins who introduced me to a person named Mark who, God rest his soul, passed away a couple of years ago. But he gave me a tour of the Boys and Girls Club and gave me all the avenues. At that time, they had a picture room where you could do photos, and they had like a black room. It was like dope. It was state of the art at the time. And the building was still like sort of new. But the big catch for me was, he was like, you could go anywhere in the room and figure out what you want to do. He said, I'm going to be in the gym. If you want to shoot around and learn about basketball. And I used to just watch and literally just watch other people. Like, I got to see Poppy and Don P practice when they were younger, and then hear about them, about their games, but know that they were doing the work that a lot of people don't understand. You have to put in the work. You have to sacrifice. Walked in the club, and then, like I said, I never walked out. I literally, and then went to school at 18. I got fired from one job, walked into the club, asked if they were hiring, and got hired at 18. And I've been working there ever since.
How does it feel from like going to the club to at this point having an impact on so many
generations of
kids
kids?
That have gone through?
I love it, because I stood on my principles, on the things that I knew were needed. Because I was provided so much care, understanding, support, and I couldn't resist. It's something that, I don't know, this was my calling. I just couldn't stop giving back. I just can't. I just always see somebody in the need of help, of support, and knowing that I went through so many trials and tribulations of my own life, knowing that I could guide them or support them or help them get the right help and be there, just be a helping voice.
What's been one of the most rewarding moments throughout the years that stands out to you? Or maybe you have a story of just like something that happened at the club that may have been special to you.
Oh man, rewarding for me is just seeing kids and like yourself running into you in life and seeing how life has changed and how you now want to give back, and you've seen the impact of making a difference, what it really matters about. It's the flatline easiest thing to accept someone for just saying hi. But when you see someone with a smile and they say hi every day, it's a different feel. It gives you a feel of joy. It gives you a feel of acceptance. You feel like, damn, this person is always giving me this abundance of joy. So to answer your question is to literally just find the fuel to be just happy and do what you do. I just find it to be like the most peacefulest thing to walk in and make a difference in someone's life by just listening, just noticing.
Yeah, before you mentioned purpose too, you know, like with everything that you're doing, you feel like you found your purpose in this?
Oh, yes.
Because I feel like it's something that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are still looking and trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives.
Oh, yes. My purpose is the day-to-day person, the day-to-day kid who's trying to figure it out through the struggles, who struggled because they didn't eat, they didn't have a conversation. No one said hi to them. No one told them that they loved them. No one noticed that they were down, but they're trying to put this fake face on and pretend. We all do it. And we all forget that we all go through the same formalities, but different waves. So for me, when I see any kid, whether boy or girl, I always make sure that they're okay, that they're on point, that they're seen, that they're noticed. Because when I walk through those doors, I got the same energy. So I never left those principles that I was taught. And my purpose is to uplift, motivate, and support. I stick to those. I don't derail. I don't negotiate with him either. I don't even play. I stick to what I know works and makes an effect that changed the world.
Yeah. I don't talk about it a lot on the podcast because it happened so long ago, but since you knew me at that time, I'm going to bring it up, but it's like, you know, you were someone who was there for me when my house burned down. I don't talk about it that often on the podcast because it's like, you know, why do we need to bring it up? I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's still part of my story and who I am. But, you know,
that? I could tell you the moment you were down and I was looking at you, I was like, bro, you're good. You're in a great building. AIT was such a big family at that moment. We all as teachers all thought about how ways, because you were such an amazing kid. You had so much energy, so much excitement and joy and want. And at that moment, that took away from it because you lost beautiful items in the house. And I knew what that meant, to lose something. So everything to remind you that, yo, you'll get new things. And then you started understanding. And I understood that feeling of like, damn, but I had pictures, I had toys, I had clothes. Oh, I'll never, don't do that. You could always get it back. And I remember you smiling coming down the hallway one day and you were getting out of English and you were just like, yo, Ash, I had to write about one of my feelings and my emotions about, I forgot what it was that one of your teachers had you write. And it was about the situation and you were just like, it felt good. You were right. the more and more I express and let go, the better I feel.
Yeah, and it was it was game changing for me because especially when you're like that young, like there's a lot going. It's hard to process things. It's like, you know what I mean? Now
Yes.
with the hindsight, I could see like material, but at that moment, it's like my entire existence just
I was
gone
happy
overnight.
that you were alive.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
able to see you because you were thought it was, you didn't understand at the moment because you were younger that the items can be replaced.
Yeah.
But you could never be replaced.
My dad said that like as soon as it happened, I don't know if it's exact. This is what he said. I don't know if I would call it this, but he said it was one of the luckiest days of his life because nobody got hurt.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like,
You should have seen him when he came into the office telling us, like, breaking it down to us.
Yeah.
And, again, it was something like, when you finally got back into school and getting yourself settled. And so we made sure that you felt welcome when you came back. You didn't feel like you were missing. Everybody showed you love. You were getting tons of calls anyway. Emails.
I mean, the community, like, and this, it's all full circle because, the community was there for me at a time where I really needed them. And, gratefully, I'm at a period where I've made it out of the
And now you want to
trenches,
return it.
and now I want to return it and pay it forward. That's my goal. So it's really a beautiful thing.
It's not a goal. You're already living it.
I know it's crazy, dude. But I'm just
like-
I'm happy that we're getting realigned and going to do some great things together. It just gets me excited, dude, because when I see these kids, I just remember at one point I was this kid.
How many of those stories, we're just going through quick skits and moments of that we experience, but you have so much to tell them about your experience of touring, your experience of recording, your experience of giving motivational speaks and telling them how to go about certain things. There's so much that you have to break down and give time to individual kids because they're going to come. Because what you do right now and at this moment, when this goes out to all those who are listening, please take the time to listen that this young man is motivated for you. It's not for himself, for you. It's not for us, it's for you. The purpose of this conversation and why we're doing this is because we care about you, the person viewing this. We're tired of those who just talk but don't put no action. So we're going to show you what action looks like. It is every day we show up, we do, we show, we help, we support, and we uplift. Simple. Nothing else.
I couldn't have said it better myself, dude.
Don't
I
do
could
that.
have said it better myself, dude. But I'm just really grateful that I'm in a position where I'm able to, make a change. It's crazy. Like a lot of this, like it's been little by little, but some of it's happened
I have
lot
a
overnight.
question for you.
Talk
I'm
to
gonna
me, dude.
flip it on you.
No, I like it, dude. Not a lot of people do that, so this is fun, dude.
Because you're my brother. I love you. What are you feeling right now about all the new interactions that you're now getting? What is like your first feeling or your first thought, I should say?
I mean, overall, I'm really grateful, and I'm just still kind of acclimating a little bit because I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? It's funny when you're chasing these things, you want to chase the momentum of it. It's like, and now you get there and it's like, oh, this is different. At the end of the day, I am really grateful. I'm excited that the platform is bigger now because I can do more now. That's pretty much it. I'm just feeling grateful, I think, like in a nutshell. But yeah, I guess there's a little part of me that does feel like there's like a magnifying glass on me now.
You got it now.
You know what I mean?
Welcome to the big leagues.
It's crazy, dude.
No, it's beautiful because now you really get to now develop you and also develop the future that you want to create. And no one can write that. No one can create that but you. It's your thoughts. You have the right people around you. You are supported by me who believes in you 110%. No doubts. I doubt nobody that encounters me. I always encourage you to go after your abilities because I'm tired of those trying to hold you back. No more holding back. You're gifted. You have a gift. This platform is your gift. I'm grateful to be a part of this. I'm grateful to be looking at this and sitting here and going, yo, Squires, you are the man. Always remember that you have a purpose in this life. Your goal is to show them that you're not just wearing the colors. You are the colors you keep. You represent the red, white, and blue. You show up, you stand out, and you speak out. And that you can't buy. That you always have to keep up. The light is always going to be on you because, bro, you got Macy's clean. I don't care anyone says, if you've drove by Macy's for all these years, you've thought about that door, that area being so dirty every time. And to have it clean and everyone recognize you for being the one to start and get the mission done, bro, why not?
Man, I appreciate you, dude, and all the kind words. But Ash, I'm curious, what's some of the best advice that you've ever got?
Oh, man, control your emotions. The first thing that you need to understand, the person who's giving you or making you feel some type of way, before you crash out, ask yourself this: do they matter? That's one. Second, are they going to be in control of what you're going to do to them after you say or whatever? Third, should you even interact with them after they made their comment? A lot of us don't think about these things. We just interact and go at it. You said to me earlier, before you even got here, you had an interaction with people fighting. As soon as they saw you, they stopped. You see how quick that works? Some people need to learn to stop before they start. Recognize the situation so you won't fall short and victim to saying, I'm sorry. I've said this so many times. We don't like to apologize because we don't like taking accountability. When you learn to take accountability, you won't fall victim to your mistakes. You'll learn the lesson, and then you won't repeat it because you understand it before it happens, and you won't jump with your first reaction of anger, frustration.
No, I think that's great advice too. And it makes me curious, like, have you ever had a kid that, like, you know, was at the Boys and Girls Club or like any of the programs and came back to you and, you know, maybe they got in trouble or something, but they just were like, Ashton, you were right?
All the time. I get that all the time. Mostly from the girls who don't listen to me. All my, you know, I have goddaughters. I have kids that, like, I give them all the lessons to understand themselves first. And a lot of times they always come back and say, damn, you were right. Because I told you the truth. And I try to lead you to where the truth will lead you to honest to yourself, because you have to really take accountability of, yo, I did something wrong. I shouldn't have done that. We don't take time to think. We just react. We're great at reacting at stupid things, and that's a downfall. So I always get people that come back, mostly, you know, boys, they catch themselves or they'll call me. Majority of them, they already know that I know, so we always laugh. But girls, you know, they like to hide. My God, kids, they always hide. Don't try to hide from me. I got you, kids.
Dude, so over the years, I'm trying to think, like, I mean, there's got to be so many kids that went to the Boys and Girls Club. Like, talk about impact on the community. I mean, your impact on the community, like, I can't even imagine how many lives that you've helped guide.
Decades. So I started in 2005. It's 2025. You do the math.
I mean, you're giving me my flowers, but there's a lot of flowers for you to get too, dude.
For me, man, I mean, like I said, walking in knowing that it was about them, not me, and then learning the lessons of changing yourself and developing yourself, learning how to direct yourself first, because I have to be the example. I can't tell you to do something if I can't lead myself. It's hypocritical of me. It's whack. I hate people like that. You can't say something and then don't do it. You got to be able to learn and apply. And once you apply those things, people respect you because you're standing on principles that people understand. People don't like people who just chat and they don't back it up. You don't back it up, nobody's respecting you. So when you back it up and you have nothing else but your truth, because you're honest and you're doing this off of your pure heart and soul of showing that, yo, we have to be able to show that someone is an example for support. Someone is your hope. Someone's your hero. Someone's your big bro. Someone's your direction to get out of your faults, because we fall into the same categories of we shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And if you don't want to be that person, you have to get into that motion of, all right, how do I fix this? How do I fix myself? If you take the initiative of taking accountability, if you take the initiative of taking the lesson, and then you step away from it, but you don't look at it as you. Look at it as the person that's just watching you from a different angle. You'll start learning to start doing things differently because you learned it from a different perspective instead of your own. We have to learn to step out of our own selves, because a lot of our confrontation is we're going against people that are saying the same things but in different ways. And then you're mad about it because that's not how I feel. You're not giving them a chance to really flow what they're trying to say, but they got the same point, but we don't see it that way because we're so frustrated.
And it's, all these students, all these kids, they look at you, as a teacher. Is there something that you feel that you've learned from the kids over the years?
Everything. To adapt to everything, to be better, to understand, to be understood, to be able to be adaptable and to adapt to what's going on in the community, in the people that you're interacting on a day-to-day. It sucks when you deal with people who don't know how to interact with you, who don't see you. I said this during an interview. The kids are not being heard. They're not being listened to. They're not being offered anything. So okay, I took it among myself. I'll offer it.
No, I love that, dude. And that's what gets me excited, because, I want to be a part of what you got going on, and what can we do? And what's something that you think the Boys and Girls Club, or even just the kids in Stanford, need in general?
I mean, like I said, right now, honestly, everything is provided. It's more having more people knowing about it, being involved, and just getting it out there. I mean, again, if you are that person that's getting this, that sees this interview and goes, I'm inspired, then let's go. Because we need people to walk in and show face and be about their business. It's not about talk. It's not about gloating. I don't gloat about none of the stuff that I do. I just do it. I do it willingly because I know that later on it's going to give out to what they do. It's beautiful to see others succeed and learn from a lesson and come back and do something different, because that's the life that we have to learn. We have to learn that there's life lessons and there's directions that we want to go and there's directions that we end up going because we've been either told that this direction is not really safe for us, or it goes the wrong way and you just have to take another direction. And that's just life.
No, it is.
There's no avoidance of it.
As I hear you talk, I hear your passion for the Boys and Girls Club, for the kids, for everything. I want to know a little bit more about you, dude. What are you doing nowadays, for yourself? What do you do for fun?
For fun, I travel. For fun, I read, I write, I do a lot of hiking. I work out in nature. I take time to just, disconnect a lot, just so I can be better for others. Because with all the things that I do and all the listening that I do, right, you have to have time to disconnect and unwind and be yourself. And I make sure that I do things for myself when I need to. But majority of the time, I'm really just enjoying the unwind, just relaxing, just enjoying, meditating, breathing, just being able to be happy to be alive and make a difference every day.
Have you always taken time for yourself and,
No, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what taking time.
At what point did you understand it? Because I'm still trying to figure it out.
All right. For me, I had to lose my mom for me to understand, to disconnect. It's been 13 years, and I've had my mother in my life to speak to. And spiritually, she's always around me every day. But in the day-to-day life that I'm living in right now, she's not. So I have to wake up understanding that I'm doing this not just for myself, but I'm showing that, hey, you have a son that's here and he's doing what he needs to represent, to allow others to see that you have to find time to find for you, because we did so much for everyone else. And scratching our feet, asking people to do things that we know we could do, and we forget that we should just do it. Stop asking, just do. So when I stop asking myself to stop going out and start going out to places that were more just chill, not extra. And the places that I was going, that was the life, those people weren't there for me when I lost my mom. And I had to wake up from that. And I had to really understand and grasp that hey, the time that I spent alone in a dark room, feeling empty, feeling abandoned, feeling damn, where's my loyal friends at, right? Made me understand that that's what I needed to gather myself, get myself aligned. How can you help anyone if you're not helping you? Shout outs to Paul Gross at AITE. He was your principal during that time. He supported me in so many ways. He gave me so much time. He pushed me, encouraged me, he always challenged me. He gave me these firm handshakes, but when it was time, he sensed that I was losing it, he would just hug me. He's seen the compassion that I had. I also was a person who wore his emotion on his sleeve too much. And my mom helped me understand to lessen that and really understand how to express it the way I'm doing now. And the more you understand yourself by getting away, by sitting down in that dark place, because that's why I have my own podcast called The Dark Room for a reason, because that's the dark place. You start understanding why you have to go through those layers, and you peel them back. And once you peel them back, you feel a lot free, because we hold so much emotion. It's so much. It's pinned up aggression. You just don't know how to let it out because we don't know how to express things, because all we do is just spaz out, crash out, yell at each other, fight, fist, instead of really like, yo, let me communicate with myself and say, you know what? I need to step away from everything. Let me disconnect from everything. Shut off my phone. Not even respond to anything. I need 15, 20 minutes of just me. And when I didn't have that, it was just forced upon me. And then it was like, oh, I started taking it more up. I'm like, okay, maybe 30 minutes. Okay, 40. Oh, shoot, now it's an hour. Okay, you know what? I'm not calling anybody. I don't want to hang out. I'm really just to myself. It helped me understand how others were missing, being felt left out, being felt, not seen. Because that's what I felt when I was like in that emotion, like, damn, none of my people not coming to see me, like check me, or people that I would drop everything for and go check are not doing that for me. I'm like, oh, shoot, this is real.
Well, hearing you talk, dude, it's just like you got my gears are turning in my head for like, how I've been in life, because what it feels like to me and what I can relate to your sentiment is like, sometimes I'm just so caught up into my work and everything that like, it's like I go dive underwater and then every time I come up for air, my life is different. Like, and I mean, and I don't mean always different in a good way. It's like, my friend circle could be different. Just everything is different. You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to take time because life doesn't stop moving. And it's like, for me, at least, I get so consumed in my craft. And I don't know if I'm hoping things change, you know?
You have to take time for you. You cannot be Mike Squires if you don't take time for Mike Squires.
Well, I am going on vacation on Monday for the first time in for a long
People
time.
give a round of applause. The man needs.
But I'm back to work
freedom.
on Friday, dude.
We're not worried about that. You get to the vacation part.
I'm gonna go swim with manatees, dude.
Yes, do that. Do all of it. I hope the dolphins come up to you and talk.
That'd be sick, dude.
That'd be fire. I can't wait. Take a video for it.
But yeah, no, but it's easy to get caught up in life and then, have a moment. And I'm sorry for the loss of your mom.
Yeah. But don't be sorry, because you guys got the best of me now. While I'm here, you got the best of me. Yeah. My job is to not only fill in her shoes as the first son, but also fill in the shoes of others that understand, like, listen, we are here to support, uplift, motivate, and those who understand me understand what I'm saying. They understand that there's a call to action, and not saying that it's not being done. Some people are taking small steps. Some people are taking the big steps, like you, Mike Squires, using your voice, using your platform. You don't have to give me this platform, but you did, and I appreciate it. And again, that's what it is. Helping others get to a place where they find their purpose, that they find their understanding for themselves, and they achieve. We want to see you achieve. I do. Come find me. I'm at the club. I'm at West Hill High School. I love what I do. I share nothing but an open ear and honesty, and I support you in anything that you go through that is positive. I'm not going to support you on negativity. I'm sorry. I can't help you on that.
I want to know what's one of the best or like most important lessons that you learned from your mom?
Oh man, to use discernment with your family, your friends. Just be honest. Just be real. Just keep it honest as possible, because life is so short. And my mom passed away with a lot of secrets, and it was somewhat annoying to hear certain things that I didn't want to hear at the time, but I had to hear because it was her truths. And having to hear those things when that person's not there and you can't even question them, and it makes you wake up and you realize, you know what, take every valid moment to be honest. Stand to your principles, and no matter what, whether it ruffles feathers or not, stick to your guns. It's not about disrespecting someone. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Again, be mindful of how you say it to your family, because if you know somebody is going to be shaky and spaz out, then don't say it to them. Be mindful until you get to those words that you know won't ruffle anyone's feathers. Get to the point where you say it with respect and care, that you can deliver the message and people will respect you on it.
I think you nailed it right on the head. That's why I was gonna pull it to respect,
Yeah.
because I think when you're honest with people, even if it's not what they want to hear, eventually, even if it's not in that moment, they'll come around and be like, like it's, because sometimes the truth can be hurtful. You know what I mean? So it's like, maybe it's not what they wanted to hear in that moment, but maybe it's what they needed to hear in that moment. And I think it comes with time too. When time goes by, they might realize like, oh, what Ashton told me hurt at the time because it was true, but I needed that.
And that's when you asked me that question earlier. You're like, yo, do people come back and be like, yo, you were right? And I'm like, yeah, those are those moments. Because it's preparing the person so they won't fall for that. And later on, they'll get that because they matured or they realize that, they can't go around it. They have to deal with what was been told to them that it's going to happen. Some people deal with it correctly and others deal with it wrong, and they have to rewrite their wrong. And I have to rewrite that too. It's nothing that you do wrong. It's a lesson that you have to learn. So learn your lesson and don't repeat the lesson. And that's the best thing.
Yeah, I ask this question every once in a while, and I'm sure you've heard the question before, but I feel like your answer might hit a little different. If you had the opportunity to talk to a younger you, what advice would you give a younger you?
Oh, man. Ashton Dominique, slow down. Be stable. Understand that you are everything that you are asking everyone else to step up to do. Understand that you have the gift to control a room as long as you control your emotions. And when you understand that, man, the sky's the limit. And I'm grateful to now understand that, because telling that younger self, oh, man, it would have been a problem. It would have been hard for him to really, hear another man like himself tell him what to do. But now I could tell my younger self, hey, what you did was careless because you were based on emotion. What you do now, though, is based on logic, and that's what makes you wise.
No, it's a beautiful thing, dude. It's just interesting too, because like I said, very few people have known me at a younger age too, and it's like, you can't really see yourself. You know what I mean?
I seen you from the moment you walked in as a freshman. I seen your happy-go-lucky self. You were happy to go into the electronic room. You were like, yo, I'm going to computers. I'm about to learn all this stuff.
Nerd since my beginning, dude.
Bro, I loved every minute of it because, man, look where you're at now. Look how far you went. Look how places you traveled. And we talked about this countless of times when we bumped into each other. To see your lifespan and go, not only make it just a talk, but a dream come true is beautiful. That's why I enjoy letting you know about you. You're doing the work. That's what it's all about. You stepped up to the plate. You put your actions into everything that you have right now. And that's why I believe in you. I'm here. I'm a sponsor for Mike Squires. And if you don't know, now you know. Here you go.
Yeah.
You
And
hear me?
I really appreciate it. And but another thing too is when you, because I'm really blessed and grateful for the position that I'm in, but I also put in a lot of hard work.
Oh, definitely.
But, it's like, you have these moments where it's like, I don't give myself time to look back and it's messed up, dude, because I don't give myself time to be like, oh, we did this. It, to me, we finished Macy's, I'm like, okay, what's next? You know what I mean? I'm always like, what's next? So it's like, sometimes it's hard to take the thing, and I don't see myself doing it more, but just being here and talking with you, it's like, it's kind of a reminder, because, there's not many people I talk to that have known me from back in the day. Most of the people I know, my girlfriend is probably, and she's only known me for 7-8 years now. You know what I mean?
That's
so it's
beautiful time.
Yeah, no, it is beautiful. Trust me, guys. You guys don't need to let me know about what I need to do.
Beautiful.
I get it. I get it.
You don't. He knows.
Yeah. It's on my list. But that's the point. Sometimes it's hard. Smell the roses. I don't sit around and smell the roses a lot. Dude.
Well, you need to, because you're gonna look back at this podcast and you're gonna go, damn, he gave me so many flowers, because I want you to know what you've done. The light is not just about me. It's the light that you shine too. You are doing work that others are afraid to. People will not sit down and wear an actual suit and stand out of spot, consistent.
But why do you think they're afraid to not do? Why?
Because some people don't have that fortitude. Some people would rather just click and say what they want through their phone. But to actually do it and show their presence, they don't have it. It takes a certain type of person who can break through the mold, who can break through their fears, their doubts. You've been through every stage. So that's why it's not nothing for you. For you, the next motion is what else can I do that's going to make an impact, because I really love this energy that is really positive.
That's a great word. It's the energy, dude.
It's the energy, dog.
And everyone feeds off, and it feels like it's a win for everybody.
Like I said, when you walked into the Boys and Girls Club, how was the reaction with those kids?
It's insane, dude.
Bro, I loved it. I was excited. I was looking at you like this. Told you.
He did tell me, everybody. He did tell me.
Like I said, you ask me how many times I've been told, I tell you so? A lot. You know why? Keep it a buck. Be honest. If you see it, tell them. Always give people their flowers while they're here. I couldn't give my mom her flowers, so I'm going to be the flower that she was never given. I'm the one that's living. That's it. That's how you do it. I don't know how else to give it. And I never even said these lines. These are things that are coming to me because I really understand my purpose. I understand yours.
What do you see for yourself in the future?
Oh, man. Traveling the world and making sure that the world is a different place every time we touch it. It's just not just about me. It's about the places that we touch. It's about the effect that, the energy that is needed to be in places that people are kind of dormant in. Again, when they see this video and not know that we know each other, it's gonna go.
I love moments like that, dude.
It's the dopest. Like, oh, you know, like you really know yes, I know Mike Squires. I know him for real. Shout outs, Pops. Love you, Pops. You already know. Already know,
dude. It's crazy, but
Mom too. By the way, Mom.
It gets me. It just gets me all excited too, and how everything's coming to be, and I'm excited. We're about to lock in and get some.
It's not about. We're already in motion.
Yeah, we're
in motion,
making it happen, dude.
Yes.
If you had like a message to the world, you know, if you could be remembered for one thing, what would that be?
I am not here to be liked. I am here to be remembered. I don't care if you like me or not. I stand on the principles that may not serve you, but it serves somebody that's in your life. You know. My job is to let them know that there's an example out there that is not afraid to step up to the plate and do the work. It's those who are dimming lights and not really talking about what's really needed. Your emotions are always forgotten. I don't forget them. I see them. That's why I speak on them. That's why I could approach you and tell you your truth and not run from them. Others, they could lie to you. They could always, cover up, leave that elephant in a room to blow up and be big. Not me. I'm here to show you that there's an exit to your problems. And them problems are not really problems. They're really lessons. And those lessons are for you to learn and for us to get through so you could be the best you. Period.
I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself, dude.
Off the top.
Dude, and I love hearing you talk, dude. Because I just feel the passion when you talk too and everything. I want to know, like, was there a hurdle, like maybe in your younger days that you had to overcome that, like, like I had my house fire. You know what I mean?
My mom.
Yeah,
that was the hurdle. It was having to figure out life, not being able to be fed by her anymore, smell her aroma, the food, get cursed out a couple of times, you doing dumb stuff. I didn't get to tease her, hear her voicemails. Like I had a mobile phone before Sprint turned in, before T-Mobile. Oh no, what was it?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, whatever.
Sprint turned to T-Mobile.
To T-Mobile, whatever. So they had this one Motorola phone, and it still had the chirp at the time. I'm that old, guys. Don't play me. But anyway, and I had this voicemail of my mom cursing me out, and I used to send it to her every time for her birthday just to make her laugh. She used to laugh so hard because she's like, you used to get me mad because you don't listen, man. You're so stubborn. So for me, not hearing her voice, not being able to get her home cooking, those are the things that really I hold dear. I keep all those memorable moments, and for me, those are the lessons that hold those dear. That what are you going to do that are going to be memorable for others to remember you by? Mm-hmm. So I try to leave a little bit of what my mom left me and what I've learned from others. I gathered from others, and shout outs to Barry Woods. He's a mentor to me, who's mentored me and guided me and pushed me and catapulted me to the same position that you're sitting in too. Literally.
What's some of the best advice that Barry gave you?
Oh, man. He's seen the firecracker in me, man. He sat me in a room. I'll never forget this. It was him and Howard White, and who, is retired. He was the coach at West Hill High School for 20 years, a service, phenomenal guy, love him. But those guys, when I was younger, and I was just about 20 years old, I just started working for the Board of Education, and they were the first two guys to catch me and say, yo, you have to make a choice. Either you're going to be for the kids or you're going to be for the streets. And I'll never forget that. And I was like, why are these guys talking to me like this? Like what? And I've never had a father figure in my life. Like these are two men that I'm looking at and I'm like, they're respected. And I'm like, you know what? I better listen because they're telling me for a reason. So if they see something in me, I don't see something in myself. And guess what? They seen something in me. And Barry said, ever since I ran into you, I've seen the spark, your passion, your ability to captivate the room and be able to be in the room, your ability to listen, hearing all these things. And we just had a conversation just yesterday too. It's literally those things that made me understand that I had to change my ways to be this person that he's seen. And the same way you feel, you're in the same boat. To be what someone says, like, hey, those things, those compliments are what I see in you. Those are really literally legitimate truths. And once I understood that these are really my abilities, this is what I come with, and I go, oh, shoot, thank you. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for recognizing me. Thank you for keeping up with me and never letting go and never abandoning me, always holding me accountable. And for that, I am a humble brother, supporter for whatever you're doing because I got support throughout my life from a person that didn't have to do that.
And it's crazy too because, you know, a lot of the times your mentors see things in you that you don't see in yourself. You know, a great example, like, you know, you probably saw things in me before I even believed in it. You know what I mean?
All day. I'm going to tell you something about Squires. Squires he's very thoughtful. He will do everything in his power. He won't tell anyone no. For those who do
for the
not
better
know,
and worse, actually.
you know, for the better and worse. But you know, you've gotten to the point where you now know how to say no. But you've gotten a lot. Before, everybody could get Mike Squires' time, and he would be run short. Now he's organized himself. He's gotten himself together, and I'm so proud of you because what I've seen in you was the kid that was just happy to do everything for everyone, but not organizing himself, not getting himself the time. Like you seeing it now as you hear my voice. I had to organize myself by separating, not taking away from what I do for everyone. Yes, when I'm on that, I'm on it 100%, like you said. But when it's time for me, the word me, that means I get to spoil me. That means you get to spoil you. And you're okay to do that because guess what? They're not feeding you. Yeah, they're supporting you. But the support of feeding yourself is you putting the spoon to your mouth. So you have to take the time to take the thoughts, the emotions, and the moment to disconnect.
You can't pour from a glass that's empty.
Thank you. And you know that, Squires. Like being a man, it takes time to understand and develop. And every 10 years, we change. We stop doing certain things. We develop better patterns, better habits, because we don't want to be stuck in emotions that trap us, that keep us dormant, that keep us in a lower vibration. You're not low. You're high. You're a vibration of energy that you can't deny. Anytime you run into Squires, you're smiling from the minute you see him. I've smiled. I seen him from across. I'm smiling. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to talk to my boy. I haven't seen him in a while. How you been? I'm still doing that even when I'm acting because it's just so fun to be around you. That's the energy. You have it. And that right there is something that you hold dear to yourself. And you have to protect that because that's your power.
I appreciate that, Ashton, dude. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast. I'm really grateful that we were able to
Thank you for having
not
me.
only connect today, but real
it's
time.
Yeah, it's on. We got to go, guys. I'm sorry.
But if people want to connect with you, how can they?
You can find me on social media. You can find me Sir Knox, SR_KNOX 777. My page is open. I'm an open person, so I'm not nothing to hide. Follow me. Figure it out. Hit me up.
We're overdue to make a new record too, dude. It's been too long.
He wants to do music. Here you go. Let me know.
Yeah, we have to.
We can do a freestyle anytime. The next podcast, you're gonna see me doing something. I post videos. I do a lot of fun stuff.
Well, Ashton, thank you for coming on,
Man,
dude.
thank you
It
for
was
having
really
me,
great
bro.
to have you. My guy, dude.
Man.
Appreciate you.
Hey, peace, everyone. Have a blessed one.